What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to this Foregoing. We're on my JP account because I want to talk a little bit about Norman, an upcoming game mode that we're going to be getting in the next event that is going to be replacing what's called Autopesius Maze. Now, I can't show you that on this account because it's not on JP. JP's 7 months ahead of Global, but I can actually give you guys an idea or put some perspective on how well a free-to-play account can do against this thing, because this account is free-to-play. Now, there might be some differences between the Norman that we're going to get in Global compared to the Norman that's on this account, because again, JP is 7 months ahead of Global. So the main reason that we're going to want to play Norman is because of this right here. This is pretty sweet. You're actually going to be able to get a memory resonance by acquiring these materials through your Norman. You need 150 of these babies in order to get this. This is nice. We can already farm the memory resonance chips for our memories, right, to get the guaranteed resonance that we want. And this is going to guarantee, well, actually it doesn't matter guaranteeing resonance on a weapon because you can change it anytime you want, but you can resonate your 6-star weapon with this thing, which is really, really awesome. And as far as, how well a free-to-play player can do against this thing, well, they can do pretty well, guys. They can do pretty well. If you take a look at the rewards right here, all these ones that are in these reds, like right here, that means claimed, right? I've claimed all of these. I've got my black cars. These are materials for pets right here. These chips, these guys here, these are all materials for pets, right? And then we got some more black cards. I mean, I've already acquired 1, 2, 3, 4. So what, 120 black cards from here. And then, of course, you're going to be getting these materials. Now, we acquire these materials through Autopesius Maze in Global. And it looks like they've actually, now again, this might be different than what we're going to get in Global. The JP is 7 months ahead of Global. But it looks like we're actually going to be gaining more of these things through the Norman compared to the Autopesius Maze. Because in the Autopesius Maze, we actually get about 30 of these in the Autopesius Maze in Global right now, and it looks like they're giving us 40 right here. And then also they're giving us, 230 right here for these materials, whereas in the Autopesius Maze, we get about 180, if my math is correct, guys. So it looks like they actually increase the amount of materials that we're going to get for our hyper tuning whenever Norman arrives. But again, in JP, guys, because this is 7 months ahead, I'm just not sure if it's going to be the same as Global, but it does put some perspective on what to expect. And I've already acquired some of these materials as well. These are the ones that we're going to be getting for our memory resonance. Actually, we get more than that for our hypertuning materials because we actually have more of them in here, right? So, I mean, you're looking at, 40, 60, 60, and 36, 96 of these babies right here, right? And then you're going to be able to get about, let me see here, 260, and then another 390. I'm just rounding it off, guys. And then 390, we'll just say 590 of these, right? That's a pretty good amount. So again, it looks like we're going to be getting more materials, but I don't know if they added more materials, maybe during this 7-month period between Global and JP, or if this is exactly what we're going to be getting in Global, right? So that's actually pretty awesome, right, that they're going to be giving black cards. If not, whenever the event happens for us in Global, or if it happens in the future, we're going to be able to get more black cards. And guys, I'm free to play on this account, and I am acquiring all these things. I'm not getting everything, right? I'm not getting everything. If you go to the top, I'm not able to get these materials, right? There are, 60 black cards here that I have not gotten. I have not gotten these 3 materials right here, right? I haven't gotten these materials right here, right? And that's because I just can't go any further. So in this thing, you have what's called a battery. So in the battery, and again, this is not a guide, but in the battery here, you want to put 3 characters here, and really you want characters with, I think 7,000 BP or more. It shows 99. I mean, all in JP, so I'm not really sure. But I believe if you put characters with 7,000 BP in here, you're actually going to be able to obtain more battery power. And what this does is actually going to give you some materials to give yourself some buffs in the Norman, so that way it'll be easier for you to get it done. So that way, if you have a character that doesn't have enough BP, you'll be able to add some buffs to them, give them a little bit more BP, and they'll easily be able to fly through it. Guys, even though I put these low-level characters, 329 BP, 418 BP, I mean, my free-to-play account is not leveled up at all. I've only leveled up 2 teams and then my transcendent characters, and that's it. My dark team, A2, right, double S, and then my Transcendent team with Kamoy, Roland, and Selena, and Chu, right? I collect all the Transcendents on my free-to-play account because they're just cheaper to level up. And yeah, so I'm still gaining battery power, even though I'm not using characters that have a lot of BP. So that's actually really good for a lot of you guys to know out there. I think this here is just like your ranking. I'm thinking this is kind of like your ranking, where you're sitting at. I'm not really sure, to be perfectly honest with you guys. So check this out. This is actually pretty cool. You guys can see I've done 25 of the 30 matches that you can do in here, and you click on here, and you're just going to run through all these. And I've been able to, at free to play, do the first, second, third, and the fourth stage, all free to play, guys. It was actually fairly easy. It wasn't that difficult at all. And you can literally see how all these say clear on them, clear, 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 clear. These are actual buffs that you actually get for whenever you fight the final boss. But here in Norman, you can actually go all the way to the end. In fact, when I done this, I skipped all of this. I did not play any of these things, and I just played the final boss right here. I just played the final boss, didn't get the buffs at all that you could get, and jumped in here. Now, the cool thing about this, and I don't know if they're going to do this on global or not, is that you can actually use characters that you don't even have leveled up. So when I click on this thing, right, you can see, guys, that they got certain characters here, and I actually used Bianca here, right? I added Bianca, and then I actually used Wada for this first stage. And I'll show you guys that clear. I use this team right here to do this. I use this team, right? I don't have any of these characters leveled up at all. The game is literally giving you those characters to level up, right? To use, right? And then I also got to do it for my actually another team later on, right? They actually give you characters that you can actually play with. I believe it's a total of 11 characters that they give you that you can actually play with. They're only S ranked. They're not going to be leveled up as much as, say, a character that you are going to level up on your account, which is going to make it more difficult to get through it. But the fact that they give you characters to play with makes it a lot easier for free-to-play players to be able to do this. And I want you guys to pay attention to something. You see it says 7,000 BP, right? And we're in the good with these two characters, and we're in the red here, right? Well, check this out. Whenever I drop these buffs, and these are the buffs that you actually get from your battery, right? Look at my BP. Look at the difference in BP that these buffs make. They make a huge, huge difference in here, right? And again, guys, whenever I was leveling up that battery, I just used those low level characters and still was able to gain battery power, right? And this is really about all the further you guys are going to be able to go free to play is all the way to this 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth stage here. This is going to be all the further you can go. This guy here, you see I've done one. I did do one. But in this final one, the regeneration of these bosses is nuts. Like, it is very, very hard, guys. They regenerate so fast. Their HP just keeps refilling and refilling and refilling. And you need characters that are extremely strong to do this. So it pretty much looks like this is going to be whale territory. But still, you're going to be able to acquire a lot of resources free to play from this thing, guys. I mean, I was actually able to clear this thing free to play, which was pretty nutty. I mean, this wasn't exactly very easy at all. So, I mean, like, I think, for some players, they might be in a situation where they're just going to play the early stages here just to try to get some resources. But for some players, they got level up enough characters, they're just going to go straight to the end and play this. So what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm just going to show you that one little run right in this stage right here, just the first round in here. Just the first round with this team right here, just to show you guys that the team that they give me, right? I don't know what memories are on these characters. I don't know anything about them. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I can look it up. Yeah, they won't show you. But even though, like, they're giving you these characters to use yourself, and I don't know if they're going to do this for global or not, or maybe it's going to be a patch later on that they give us characters that we can actually use that we haven't leveled up. But you do know that it will happen. I mean, obviously, if it's on JP like this, it will happen to where they're going to give us characters that we can actually use, which actually, I mean, it's actually pretty damn cool, guys. And seriously, if you're a good enough player, you'll be able to get through this, even if you don't have certain characters, because the game is going to give you them for free. Again, guys, this is just isn't a guide. It's just putting some perspective on how well a free-to-play player can do against Norman. And guys, again, my free-to-play account is not leveled up that much. It really isn't. Like I said, I just focus on my dark characters, right? Just my dark characters, my physical team with A2, and that's it. If you look at my roster, look at this. It is not leveled up. It's not leveled up very well at all. Look at all these level 1s, right? A lot of characters I don't have. So do keep that in mind, guys. I mean, you can do really, really well on a free-to-play account, especially if you've actually been working on your account and leveling up. You're going to be able to get a lot of those resources so you can do more hyper tuning on your characters so you can get more materials for your pets that we're going to have in the future. So, I mean, I think the Norman's actually going to be really awesome because you can actually play it, actually have some fun in it, whereas Autopesius Maze is just boring, at least in my humble opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and leave you with that one little run from the characters that they gave you to play with in the game. And guys, let me know what you think about Norman, and do you look forward to it? And I stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GW7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody.